Just with all the, how difficult is it when you see players going down the way they are, just to maintain your focus and task at hand without kind of looking back and seeing people in crutches and
Yeah, I mean, it's
and-
hard because they're like your family. And so when you see that many people go down, we understand it's part of the game, and, we just had so many people in a short period of time. And so, but, they're doing everything they can to get back, and we believe in them, and whoever has that next role is just stepping up. And, obviously we didn't get that done in Missouri, but, whatever it looks like for LSU and going forward, that's going to have to happen.
When Jasmine went down, was there a part of you that was like, seriously?
Maybe a little bit, but at that point we were all so focused on, what was going, wrong in the game and how we can, just try to battle and finish strong and hopefully, make some turnarounds. And so, obviously you feel for her and you're worried about her, but you're also in the heat of the moment, so it's kind of both.
How much was that result because of the injuries, and how much was it just not playing well enough and them not playing?
I'm not going to make any excuses for us. I think we just didn't play well. No matter who's on the floor, you only play 5 people at one time, and so we just didn't get the job done. We let them do whatever they wanted to offensively, and they made us pay.
Tabor, people have a hard time relating to that swing. Missouri looked utterly helpless against you guys here at Thompson Bowling and win handily there. How do you explain to fans how that could happen?
Well, I mean, I don't think we really have to explain it. Obviously, you look across, women's basketball, men's basketball, it happens all the time. I mean, last year we go to Kentucky and lose, and then we win by 35-40 here. It happens that way. Especially when we knew that they were going to shoot well on their home court. They were, pumped up for the game. It was a huge game for them, and honestly, it was a huge game for us too. But we just weren't mentally ready to play. So,
Tabor, does that come from being a young team in some ways? I mean, you've been there, done that. Like you mentioned, Kentucky last year. But some of these girls might have taken it for granted, the fact that you guys won so handily. Is that possible?
I mean, yeah, definitely possible. I mean, we really tried to harp on, understanding that this is a business trip, and you can never take any team for granted, and they're gonna play well because this is their home gym and in front of their home crowd. And so, as much as you say that, I'm sure it played a part of it. But hopefully, if we learn from it and grow from it, then we'll be better from it. So, as long as we do that, I think we're okay.
You certainly battled through injuries before. For a player like Kamiko, how frustrating is it to just be hitting your stride and then have to put the brakes on again?
Yeah, I talked to her a lot about that, and I mean, it is frustrating just because you're so up and down, and you finally feel like you're in a groove. And I mean, she's been playing fantastic the last 2 games and really stepped up, and then for her to go down, but she's a fighter, and she'll be back, and as soon as possible, and we all expect her to play at a very high level when she gets back. So we have all the confidence in the world in her.
Tabor, could you play point guard in an emergency situation? You know the offense pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tabor, doesn't get any easier too. You go to LSU, you've played there before. That's going to be an absolute battle. How do you guys bounce back, put this behind you, and get ready for that?
Well, I mean, you have no choice. You have to. We've got 7 games left. 8 guaranteed games left in our season. Hopefully, a lot more than that. But LSU is a tough opponent. We watched them play last night against Texas A&M, and they were in a battle. And LSU, like you said, it's a great atmosphere to play in it, but it's always a tough place to play. I mean, we've squeaked out 2 wins since I've been here down at LSU, and so we're going to have to be ready, focused, and whoever's able to go that night is going to have to carry the load, and I think everyone's ready to do that.
What did Polly tell everybody in the locker room after the game? What was the message that came down?
Well, I mean, just like obviously we can't take anybody for granted. I think it was very disappointed. Everyone was very disappointed, but then it was also kind of a reality check. We're still tied for number 1 at this point now in the SEC. We have 7 games left. We really control our own destiny. We don't need to rely on somebody else to lose or this or that. And so it was kind of a balancing act, and I think you have to do that with a young team. So we were disappointed, we were frustrated, but you got to move on.
What is the attitude of the team? I mean, it's easy to feel sorry for yourselves with all these injuries, but you are tied for first place in the league. What is the attitude of the mindset of the team at this point?
I mean, we're just ready to go back to work and get better, and we understand that what lies before us is hopefully, holding up the SEC trophy at the end of this regular season, and that's what we're after. And so no matter what it looks like, no matter who's on the floor, no matter who can play, who can't, I don't think any goals changed.